Hello, thank you for tuning to the SurveyAnomics web page for a SurveyAnomics lesson. The lesson we'll be doing today is from the SurveyAnomics Kick, titled The Art Behind Survey in SurveyAnomics Kick. In the survey narrative that we will be examining is Saudis dry cleaners, Saudis prospects per location. As the survey narrative indicates, that Saudi employs a special method of dry cleaning white collar shirts, and we see advertises on a weekly basis. Now, to hop into surveying Saudi's dry cleaners, we're going to be surveying her dry cleaners, mapping her dry cleaners from a 5-mile radius. So here's Saudi's dry cleaners in the 5-mile radius. So we're just going to set it up from north to south to west to east. Also, most importantly, we're going to be plotting the streets, the main streets that drive traffic flow, which is prospects or potential customers driving past Saudi's establishment. So this street is going to be Hall Street, that Saudi sits parallel to, and also significantly the expressway. We're going to highlight the expressway I-59. So I-59 expressway passes to Hall Street and goes all the way northwest. So most significantly, we're going to collect the dots, the main street. So collect the dot here. This is very key. The intersection of I-59 is to Hall Street, which sits parallel to Saudi's dry cleaner, meaning that prospects are coming here, or rats can come through this expressway and pass through Saudi's establishment. So again, I-59 drives activity, which is an expressway, meaning that it is that activity that drives potential prospects to make pass to Saudi's dry cleaner. So we began observations within the 5-mile radius from west to east, north to south. So in our observation, we found condensed populations that represent a particular different demographics. So here we're going to put a triangle to represent a condensed demographics, or we're going to title this demographics population X. So population X, which we found in the west to south area, west-south area. population S. Then we found a demographics, which is found here. A condensed population, which we going to title population wide, where there's a lot of prospect customers living or dreaming amongst this area within the tracking zone. And I almost forgot something. Another street that passes or intersects through Hall Street, which is Jeffrey Street. Jeffrey Street, which goes past here and intersects on Hall Street. It's also population as that the customers or potential customers or who live in population, who lives among within population as is collected to the Hall Street area where Saudi's establishment sits on, and also collects to the I-59. As right here also population Y. This is population Y. The clarification, this is population Y, and this is population X. So nevertheless, population Y can be accessed or through this I-59 highway. I want to make it clear, I-59 highway or expressway. Our potential customers who live in this population can access Hall Street through the I-59. So nevertheless, let's do our observations, report, and conclude. So we, from our observations of population S and population Y, we conclude that population X, the demographics makes up a demographics of a blue-collar working class. That means manufacturers, maybe truck drivers, maybe warehouse workers, anything dealing with labor. They're labor or a labor class. There's mostly makes up a demographics of the population X. So you will find a labor working class and population X, as opposed to population Y. From our observations and freely interactions, we conclude that population Y makes up a demographics of a clerical class, meaning that these are likely bankers, administrators, and people who work in City Hall are from population Y. So in conclusion, we're going to say or project that people in population who lives or live in population Y within the area are likely to pay more for quality dry cleaner service because they are likely to wear white collar shirts, dealing with their professions, as opposed to population X, are unlikely to wear white collar shirts, and also are likely to only visit the dry cleaners once a month because they have a low preference for wearing white collar shirt because, again, the labor class, they preference to wear poly jeans, blue jean working class folks, as an example, and also would not be willing to pay high prices for quality dry cleaner. So we're going to say perhaps Sally should focus her advertisement or her reading advertisement in population Y, where there's a high preference or even a high demand can be found from population-wide because of the profession they are in. Bankers, administrators, and probably farm workers, and so on. Or company workers and so on. But nevertheless, I'm going to leave it at that and say no more. And I'm going to close and say, if you are a prospect customer, I hope to encounter you for a SurveyAnomics survey. Also, in closing, I have posted the SurveyAnomics a SurveyAnomics booklet on the SurveyAnomics Facebook page called Society is Dry Cleaners, a sample of how SurveyAnomics work, or to illustrate how SurveyAnomics work. Surveys. Thank you for tuning in to tuning in for the SurveyAnomics lesson. Goodbye.